I've learnt lots over the last 2 days with Ashley. I've learnt lots of different techniques for communicating better with my patients and for getting greater uptake on treatment plans. I came on one of Ashley's taster courses, and that was just a couple of hours, and I really liked what I heard. I took it to work the next day, and just listening to Ashley for 2 hours made a difference in my practice, so I thought I've got to hear what Ashley's got to say on his 2-day course as well. Not only did I take it back, but it made a difference as well. It increased my turnover directly. I'm a practice owner, so I did it exactly for that reason. I thought, gosh, can I afford to take 2 days out of my practice? And then I thought, no, I think I'm really going to benefit from this. So I would say that it just really, the benefits outweigh taking the time off work. That was what I thought, and that's what I found over the last 2 days with Ashley. It definitely has. It's definitely a worthwhile investment, and the course pays for itself. Actually, when I listened for the short course, the next day I paid for this course 3 times over, and I'm not exaggerating.
I first met Ashley I was doing a 6-month Smiles course over in Manchester. He did a short 30-minute piece at the very end about 3 or 4 years ago, and I first took his 2-day ethical sales and communication course then on my own as an associate. But I really valued a lot of the things that he was saying. It enabled me to make some changes to what I was doing. I made a lot of mistakes communicating with patients, discussing fees, found it difficult to tackle objections from patients. Since then, I've taken over my own practice. I value the course so highly that I've actually brought, there's about 15 of my team that are here today, because I want to start our practice communicating patients in that type of way. I think as a dentist, and Ashley talks about this a little bit on his courses as well, I've done tons of technical courses. So I've done restorative diplomas, I've done implant courses. I can find the time to take myself away from my patients to do those type of courses, and then I struggle to communicate the benefits of that to my patients well. And actually what this course gives you is the opportunity to deliver the type of dentistry that you want to do. I think looking at a number of the other kind of well-known business coaches, they all do something that's a bit more different. They've got their own niche, and I think for Ashley, his niche is communicating with patients. I really value that. I think it's very, very important. Every single day, we spend so much time communicating with our patients, so I value how important that is, and I wanted to get better at doing that. I think this course allows you to do that. I mentioned before about technical courses. If you take yourself on a technical course, you might need that piece of equipment, or you might need to practice it a little bit away from patients first. This is practical, easy advice that you can take straight into your patients, your first patient the next day following the course. For me, this course was a game changer. I definitely recommend it to friends and colleagues. So I've brought a number of my colleagues on the course today, so I valued it highly enough to want a good number of people in my practice included on the course.
We've learnt skills that we've not been taught before. We were never really taught about how to communicate with patients. We weren't really taught how to sell in an ethical way as well. So basically, he's told us how to do what we're doing, but in a way where it benefits the patient, and it gives us the confidence to do and provide the treatment we want to provide, which we probably struggled to do before. He's a great guy, he's enthusiastic, he's passionate about what he does, and he's quite good because he's able to bring that passion for what he does into you as well, so he brings you out of your shell and makes you enthusiastic as much as he is. I'd highly recommend it to anyone. I mean, the 2 days has been an eye-opener. In his own words, it's a game changer. It's definitely going to change the way I practice, literally from tomorrow. It's going to help bring a new aspect to the practice. It's going to help communicate better with the patients and give them more treatment options in a way that they can appreciate and understand what's going to be better for them. It's day-to-day stuff we should be doing, but we're not doing, either because we're nervous, we've not been taught properly, we've not got the confidence, but he's given us a nice systematic approach on how to do it. The benefits of watching it online is that you can do it as many times as you want. You can do it in your own time. You literally, it's a busy job, you don't always get time, so you can sort of pick and choose the days you want to do it, and also you can refer back to it anytime you want to. I'd probably say it's a must. It's the best 2 days you can do. We can all go in all different courses, but this is a skill that you're not going to learn anywhere else, and you're not going to learn it from a better person who's enthusiastic about what he teaches, and he puts that in you as well.
Well, I think the important thing is we have to give our patients the best options possible, and sometimes what we tend to do is we feel rushed in a practice, or we don't question them enough to know what they're really after. A course like this allows us to spend more time with the patient and actually understand what they want as opposed to what we think they want. Ashley said that this would revolutionise, the way you do examinations and see patients, and I would urge them to just go for it. You will be regretting keeping this on the back burner. I think we have an obligation to our patients to give them all the options and to meet their expectations, and I think a course like this helps us to understand better from the patient what they're looking for from us, and I'd definitely recommend this, especially to the people who work in my practice and also to colleagues. I think what we have to remember is that when we are in dentistry in primary care setting, it is actually a business. It's one of the few healthcare systems where we're actually charging patients for the service we provide, and it is ever more important in that case to meet their expectations. And so by doing a course like this, the business is fine in terms of what we charge, etc., to the patients, but to actually understand what the patient wants and for us to be able to give them their want, if you like, this is where this course becomes something special.
Ashley, he's so approachable and so friendly. You can just ask him anything at any time, and it's in a very friendly manner as well. You talk to him like you've known him for years. That's why he's so comfortable here doing the course. It's massively helped me. Being a treatment coordinator, there's so many objections that you have to face on a day-to-day basis in the practice, and this has just helped answer all of those. Absolutely. Well, Ashley, he's straight away on the first day, we knew exactly what we have to say to a patient now. It's a really good template that we can follow. Any objection that the patient gives to you, we can answer it straight away. And it also allows you to carry on with the patient as well and go through with treatment. I think you just settle them more as well. You can understand where their objections are. You understand them a lot more. Whereas before they just say, no, I can't afford it. You can understand now that sometimes it's more of a personal reason why they may not want to go ahead with treatment. I have to take part in this course. The 2-day ethical sales and communication course has just helped my knowledge so much more, so I can't even imagine how it would help dentists and other dental clinicians. It's been the best investment that I've ever taken part in. It really has.
We learn about building rapport, asking the patient loads of questions and not diving straight into talking about the procedure. You've got to talk about the benefits, what it's going to mean for them, why they need that treatment. I think we get bogged down by talking about the ins and outs of the treatment, the technical side of things, but they don't want to hear that. They want to hear how it's going to help them and the benefits there's going to be for them. The longer you put it off, the more time you're wasting, and the more it will just pay for itself. If you take a day off, the skills you learn, you can just earn that back really quickly just by applying the skills that you've learned. Honestly invaluable. I mean, if you sell one treatment plan off the back of this, then it's paid for itself, and I'm really confident that it's going to do that. I'm just excited to go back and start putting these principles into practice and just hope they work as well as I think they're going to. I'd seen him speak before at a couple of conferences, and I'd always thought, I could do with, doing his course, getting a bit more confident. I don't know, he just stood out to me, and obviously all the testimonials that you hear are amazing, and I just thought, well, if they are saying these things, then I want to have the same benefits. Oh, he's really nice, makes you feel really at ease. He's funny, he makes the course enjoyable, and I've actually paid attention the whole time, which doesn't often happen on a course, so yeah, really good teacher. It's been invaluable, the skills I've learned, it's given me so much confidence.
Ashley's taught us a lot. It's been an intense 2 days. Picked up a lot of information, useful information, hints and tips, and a systematic approach to discuss treatment options, both with patients in an ethical way. So Ashley's done a really good job on the course over the last 2 days. He's a great guy. I've met him quite a few times now. Just easy guy to speak to, get on with him really well. Quite motivational, inspires you. You can learn a lot from him. And definitely say that's what's happened over the last 2 days. Got to speak to quite a few people, meet a few new people as well. A lot of group activities, so moving around the room, integrating and it breaks the ice as well. You get speaking to practice owners, other associates, DCTs, everything really. It was definitely worth taking 2 days off. I know some people would think, oh, it's 2 days lost work, but it's an investment in yourself, and potentially from what you've picked up from the course, you could easily recoup that money just in an ethical way as well through normal treatment planning. I will be recommending it. I think I've really enjoyed the 2 days and I've got a lot from it, and hopefully we'll get a lot more from it in the future as well. Signed up to the 12-month programme, so I'll be using the online resources and a few other courses as well, the like public speaking, things like that. So learning a few more hints and tips for communication, get a bit more confidence as well. I think it's really important.
I thought it was great, very, very enlightening, very helpful. I'm really looking forward to putting this into practice now. I think before you even get on the course, you don't realise what you're actually missing out on. But when I've actually come here, I feel like it is life-changing. There are so many techniques to adopt and incorporate into practice that will make a big difference to patients, really help them get what they need or deserve. I went to a taster course and I thought, oh, actually, this actually makes a lot of sense. He's good. I want to know more, and that's how I signed up to the course, and I don't regret it. And Ashley's great as well, very, very enjoyable, very nice person, so it's been good. Really funny, really easy to get on with, very approachable, and really helps with any questions that we do have. So very supportive as well, so it's been pretty good. Do it, you won't regret it. Do it, it'll pay for itself. It's worth coming to.
The 2 days ethical sales programme, I decided to do that because I'd met Ashley a few times, seen him lecture a couple of times, and each time he keeps reminding me about it. I just thought, I've got to do it just to see if it is really as good as he says it is. And it's been excellent. It's been fantastic. It's completely lived up to his expectations and what he said it would do. I must admit, I was a little bit sceptical as to whether it could really be that good, but yes, it has been. I'm a clinical dental technician, so I work directly with patients, but we just purely work on making dentures. Faced with patients, and pretty much the majority, well, every day of the week I see patients, and most of my working day is actually with the patient. Seeing patients I know tomorrow, so I'm going to start practicing what I've learned today on those patients tomorrow, and while it's all fresh in my mind, and keep the momentum going. It's a great boost of confidence and skills at communicating with the patients, and just making sure we get the information over to the patients in a good way so that they understand us more easily and they get all the information that they need. I'm hoping the benefits for me on this is just to improve the conversion rate with my patients. I'm quite proud of the conversion rate I have got with patients, but there's still some patients that for whatever reason choose not to take up treatment. And hopefully this will fill that gap and get more of those taking up treatment with me.
The 2-day ethical sales and communication programme is great, and Ashley is a really good speaker. He's quite inspirational. It's great, it's fun, it's really easy to listen to, inspirational. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm tired because I've concentrated for 2 days basically, rather than falling asleep. So it's confidence. I think that's really, because a lot of dentists shy away from selling private treatment, etc., or dealing with objections. So the confidence to be able to deal with patient objections with treatment, confidence is a major thing, definitely, and the skills to deal with it. It's just a completely different way of thinking. It's more about asking questions rather than selling. I can't wait to put it in practice. So I'm going to work tomorrow, and I will definitely be using these questions, and I'm practicing, and I'm going to keep practicing, and I'm interested to see what the results will be. I think it's worth the money. I think you'll earn the money back in private treatment, so it's an investment, I think.
It just opens up new doors and things that you never thought would be available to you. Ashley kind of opens these doors and makes you realise things that you thought you were doing right for many years and you weren't doing them. So that's why I came on the course. he's very, very personable, so he'll come around individually to people and answer personal questions. So he's not just addressing the group. If you've got a particular thing you're concerned about in your practice, he'll come to you and speak to you, and then you can relate that to your work and your patients, because all of us are different. So he'll come around, he's very personable. I think certainly in terms of like whitening treatments, it's something that you can add on to a lot of other treatment plans. So I think even going back to work tomorrow, I'll feel more comfortable adding whitening treatments on to other treatment plans. I'd recommend it because I think it enables us to speak to patients in different ways that we weren't doing before, and I think our patients are only going to benefit, which is going to make us much happier in the long run. Happy patients mean happy dentist. As Ashley would say, it's an investment. You need to put it in because you will reap the benefits in the future, certainly. I can already see that already. So any advice to someone wanting to take up the course would be that it's an investment, so you will make a return on it almost straight away.
I first met Ashley at the Birmingham Dentistry show and I just clicked straight away with him. I think he's just such an approachable guy, and I've been able to kind of email him, just ask him any questions that I've wanted, and he's just so like approachable in that kind of way. So I don't really know anyone else who's given that kind of service. On this course, obviously the 2-day ethical sales training, you practice it over and over again so that when you go back to work you can actually remember what you've been doing, rather than him kind of actually listing over a load of stuff and you trying to remember it and then going back to work and not being able to remember what you've actually done. So that's great. Yesterday was great. So yesterday was all about kind of the beginning stages, building rapport with the patient and kind of basically making friends with them, getting them on your side, and all those beginning stages before you even get to any of the kind of selling part of the treatment process. Today is about kind of fee structures and how you overcome objections to those fees, and what concerns patients have if they say no because it's too expensive. For me, especially as a young I've just graduated a couple of years ago, I don't want to get into any bad habits, so it's great for me to get it right from the start, just so I can progress much faster than I would have otherwise done. In the long run, it's going to make the return is just going to be so much more than if you carry on the way you've been going.